$3,500 for the Apple Vision Pro. Supposedly the future of computing. But after watching Apple's WWDC keynote this week, there was a device that was egregiously missing from the Apple Intelligence brouhaha. Yeah, looks like us Vision Pro owners are going to be left out in the cold. But why? Stay tuned to the video. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, back again for the video. And yes, I cannot be the only person sitting here wondering why my Apple Vision Pro is not going to get Apple Intelligence. So let me break it down in case you missed WWDC this past Monday. So Apple Intelligence is coming later this summer as beta, and it's coming to any iPad that runs an M1 or newer chip. That means M1, M2, M4. And it's also coming to iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max because those phones have the A17 Pro chip. Also coming to Mac with the same M series chip and whatnot. I don't know, bitch, it's me, but on my Apple Vision Pro spec sheet, it clearly states that the Apple Vision Pro has an M2 chip, right? M2. So that leads me to believe that my Apple Vision Pro should be able to handle Apple Intelligence. If an M2 iPad can handle it, why can't my M2 Apple Vision Pro? It's 4 months old, it's the future of computing, this, that, and the other. But let's break this down. So I read a CNET article today talking about this very subject, and they made some fair points in the article. Number one, we have to remember that the Apple Vision Pro has a bunch of sensors on there that track hand movement, it scans rooms, it adds augmented elements on top of the real world. And with all that's going on, adding Apple Intelligence on top of that might be a little too much complexity for the Apple Vision Pro to handle. So maybe this means that Apple is waiting for the second version of Apple Vision Pro to add Apple Intelligence onto that device. Ugh. Also, the other factor that we have to take into account, it doesn't have a big install base. There's like maybe 200,000 Vision Pros out there in the wild, so that's a very small subset for Apple to deal with. Now, when you're testing something like Apple Intelligence, that might sound good in theory, but I think Apple really wants to get it on their bigger platforms like iPhone, iPad, MacBook. Not to mention, there's going to be a waiting list, it seems like, for Apple Vision Pro. So even if you do have an iPhone, iPad, or Mac that can run Apple Intelligence, you might not get access to it immediately. You're going to be put on that wait list. But it doesn't mean that we possibly won't get Apple Intelligence in the future, because maybe Apple will spread Apple Intelligence out to more devices, because also the Apple Watch is not getting Apple Intelligence as well. But if you are a Vision Pro owner and you're upset about the lack of Apple Intelligence, VisionOS 2 does bring some nice upgrades, and I'll talk about those in this video right there.